Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones. We're here still at Deepwood Mort. Haven't really done a huge amount off screen because, well, that's the entire reason why we're actually making this series, because I want to show you every single step of the way so that you know that we have come this far and we've been able to, well, hopefully successfully stop the Red Wedding. Anyway, there is actually a tournament available here, and we're going to get some pretty nice armor. Actually, this is the same exact armor that I'm using right now, and as you know, it is very expensive. So if we are actually able to get this, we're going to get around, I think it's around 6,000. I think 6,000 is going to be our reward for this, and hopefully that's going to happen. If I can just achieve victory here, I'll be very pleased. Oh, this guy, wow, okay, never mind. He just absolutely allowed me to check him out like no one's business, you know, checking him out like we checked out, you know, VHS back in the day from Blockbuster. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it? What a blast from the past that is. I don't know whether you did that, but I certainly did. Not so much VHS, but funnily enough, I used to check out games. Yeah, I used to rent games from Blockbuster and a little store nearby called ePlay. That was another one that I used to go to, and got many amazing games from there. Obviously, didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I was like, yeah, okay, we're just gonna rent a game for a weekend or so. And that was very fun, actually a huge amount of fun, because there were many times where I thought, oh, I'm not gonna really like this game, but let's try it out, you know, let's try it out. And then I actually ended up loving it, and this guy is absolutely a beast. Wow, there we go. Whew. That was very, very close. I just had to shut up for a real quick second there because I was thinking to myself, okay, yeah, we're probably going to end up dying. Alright, gotta help my archer friend here. Oh no, it's Cregan. Oh no, yes. The guy on my team is actually Cregan. I'm not a big fan of that. Ugh, yeah, if only he was eliminated as a result of him being killed right now, because he's actually not going to help me in the least to win this, which I am very irritated by right now. Oh, no. Okay, I'm gonna try if I can't. Shield bash, there we go. Shield bash, no, it didn't do anything. As you can see, I really, really loathe the fact that the shield bash does nothing, basically. Okay, yeah, here we go. Come on now. You know what? This is a classic example. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. You know, I'm not even gonna bother. And this is exactly the reason why I 100% disagree. I know. There's gonna be a bunch of people that will probably disagree with me as well, which is absolutely fine. You can do that. You know, you can disagree with me. However, this is the thing. I really despise the way that they have reworked the combat system, or shall we say the AI, and the way that they work in tournaments. I feel like it is over the top. I feel like it's over the top. I feel like it is way too much. The AI is way too defensive, as you can quite clearly tell. I mean, literally, you saw exactly what happened there. The guy was blocking every single thing I was doing, and doing it at a much faster pace than I was as well. And yeah, sure, you know, I can just spam, you know, block as well, and I can block every attack of his, but then I'm never going to be able to attack myself. Yeah, there's nothing really for me to say about that, except that I'm pretty disappointed by the changes, to be honest. I would personally prefer there to be a bit more of a tweak done to the AI, because here's the thing. Yeah, sure, I can definitely lower the difficulty. Obviously, I can lower the difficulty if I want to, you know, that is a possibility. But Why should I have to lower the difficulty to make them not act like they are supernatural entities capable of basically blocking any attack whatsoever? I got one hit on the guy in, what, 50 hits or something like that? 50 hits? I mean, yeah, sure, maybe my skill is just not enough, you know? That could be the reason. Maybe, you know, maybe my skill is just not enough. But what about people that are like, you know, around my same level, or not so, you know, proficient at combat? That is just gonna completely eradicate any fun factor that the game actually has, and that's gonna be so sad, because I personally feel like the game is actually very fun. It just, in these moments, I just go, you know what? Why is there even a reason why this is a thing? Why is that happening? You know what I mean? It's so weird. It's such a weird thing. Because I think to myself, okay, sure, the AI definitely needed a little bit of an improvement, but I guess how do you make it better without making it frustrating to fight against? I think that's the question that we've got to ask. Because in the grand scheme of things, if you think about that question, I don't think I can answer it, you see. I don't think I can actually answer it. So the only thing you can do is make them like this, and actually make them significantly powerful in regards to their defensive measures, because that's the only way that they're actually going to provide a challenge to those of us, not me included, that is, but those of the player base that are really good at combat. You know, if you're really good at combat and you still find these guys really easy, then I got news for you. You're in the minority, because in my opinion, that's not a standard thing. You know, I mean, I've been playing this game for years and years and years, and yeah, sure, you know, I'm not the best by any means. I've never claimed to be the best in any way. However, I personally feel like still, even that, you know, I'm kind of a bit, you know, I kind of teeter around the sort of average level. Sometimes I'm really good, sometimes I'm really awful. So, you know, there's, you know, it's fine, you know, it's fine. But I still feel like, you know, something needs to be done about that. I don't know. It just seems too harsh. I don't know. It's probably just me, to be honest, but I don't know. I think that it dramatically affects my enjoyment when there is an enemy that literally just blocks you 100% of the time. And it blocks you like an AI. You know what I mean? It doesn't make mistakes, and if it does make a mistake, it's just literally because you got a bit lucky, and that's it. It's nothing to do with the AI being better than you or not. It's just because it is programmed as soon as you press that left mouse button to be like, yes, block time. Because as you can quite clearly tell, look at what's happening with this guy right here. If you analyze what this guy's actually doing right now, as soon as I press left mouse button, boom, shield up. That's what he does. Every single time. The only reason why we're actually going to maybe achieve victory here is because he's his shield's dead, you know, his shield has been destroyed, and that might be the only reason, but he is still absolutely 100% impenetrable. There we go. Wow, we actually got him in the face. Wow, that is amazing. I am so incredibly surprised. There we are. And that was sheer luck right there. I hate to say it, actually. I hate to say it because I'd like to take credit. I would very much like to take credit for my achievement or victoriousness, but no, I can't. I can't take credit for it because it is literally just me having a bit of luck, you know? Just me having a bit of luck in that situation. There we go, thank you. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. I think we're already through to the next round because 2 of the teams have already been eliminated, but I could be wrong about that. So let's just be a bit careful here. I don't want to get shot. Come on now, get him dead. There we are. Don't die, don't die. This guy is probably focusing me. Yep. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm not even gonna bother talking about that. But that is another thing. The enemy always targets the player. And it's very frustrating to see that, especially in a tournament where this guy is literally in this armor. I mean, you saw his armor, right? He's in extremely cool looking armor and he's barreling towards the opponent. And the opponent's like, yes, I will just ignore that heavily armored fellow who's coming towards me. And instead I will, you know, just focus on the other guy who is just, you know, flagged as the player. So that is the entire reason why that happens. Anyway, this guy, as you can see, has just won his 1 versus 1. I'm just going to drag him over here so that he can help me out. And now we're going to be in a battle against him. So this is obviously going to be fun. Is it? Is it? Should I just cheese him out at the tree here? I mean, I technically... Wow, yeah, look at that. That's hilarious. Okay, there we go. The cheese is not real because he's too good. And you see what I mean? You see exactly what I'm talking about right here. I'm not even, you know, that's a funny thing. I'm not going to cut these kinds of things out because I want you to see exactly how... Oh, it's just, it grinds my gears, okay? It just grinds my gears. I would have loved to have been able to achieve victory there. But that's just not going to happen, you know? It's just not going to happen when these kinds of, you know, AI are actually in the actual tournament. It's actually quite funny, though, because if I were up against, I don't know, maybe if I were up against some regular troops instead of lords, I'd probably be okay because they just have a lot... well, I shouldn't say a lot, but they have a much slower attack speed. And that really makes a huge difference in itself. We did actually level up here, so what should we go for? What should we actually go for right now? I'm thinking that I'll probably go for another point in leadership, just get 4 points in leadership for the moment. And I did actually manage to recruit a couple more noble troops in the north there, in Night's Watch territory. And you know what? There's another tournament here, but I'm actually not gonna do it. And it's quite funny because I personally prefer doing tournaments. I actually find them really, really fun normally. But this episode has just shown me, you know what? I'm not going to do them. I'm not going to do them. It's just way too annoying, you know. It's extremely irritating to actually do that. And what I would like to do, however, is go into the keep. And we're going to speak to Rob Stark, Revenue Farming. Hello there, sir. Maybe I can help. Okay, I will visit your villages and collect the rent. Okay, so let's go to Tumblebloom first. No, Tumblebloom? No, it's Tumbledown, actually. Tumbledown. So let's collect the revenue. No doubt this is basically collecting taxes. So I'm pretty sure the villagers are not going to have a particularly fun thing to say to us in just a moment. Possibly. I guess we'll see. Aha, yes, I will agree to exempt the poor households or refuse to exempt anyone. I'm going to agree to exempt the poor households, actually. There we go. It's quite funny because we actually don't get anything except a little bit of charm skill for this, which is always very amusing to me, in my opinion. I feel like you should probably get something a little bit more for it. I don't think it actually provides us with any honor, you know what I mean? Because obviously Warband, honor is a main stat, basically, and it kind of affects how you're treated. But in Bannerlord, I don't think there is actually anything like that. Yeah, sure, there are traits, and I believe that there is a hidden attribute that is kind of similar to honor, and when you earn enough of it, you do gain a trait. For example, I have the daring trait at the moment, as far as I can tell. Yeah, there it is. Valor represents your reputation for risking your life to win glory or wealth or advance your cause. For me personally, I feel like, what does that mean? What does that actually mean? That doesn't actually tell me what that does, you know what I mean? So it's a bit strange, but oh well. Anyway, order the rest of your troops to put the village youth to fight. Order your troops to try not to hurt the youth and try to separate the two sides. Yeah, okay, well, we'll probably try not to hurt the youths. Why not? 9 of your men got wounded. Okay, well, that's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with them being wounded. That is really not that big a deal. And we are going to continue getting the revenue. Fantastic. I can actually speed that up. I had no idea that I could actually speed this this particular portion of the quest up. So I'm going to be doing that. My apologies. I probably should have done that way beforehand. And we are also... Yes. Okay, I am going to do this quest as well. So here we go. Hunt down 3 bands of brigands. I will collect the revenue first here. There we go. We're going to bargain with the group, agreeing to forgive the debts of the poorest villages. And I'm going to probably try to make that up with Rob. I'm probably going to give my own money or something like that to give it to make that up, which is actually quite funny because normally I'd be like, no, I'm not going to bother with that. But, you know, I kind of feel like, hey, it's nice to be nice, right? Sometimes. So let's actually just see. Is there actually anything I can do here to catch up to these guys? It feels impossible, actually. It feels impossible to catch up to these Robber Knights. They are moving at 2.9. Are they? No, they're moving at 5.6. I'm moving at 4.8. Really? That slow? Okay. Yeah, this is going to be impossible. This is going to be absolutely impossible. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to do the brigand quest, because obviously they actually changed it. Once again, they actually changed the way that the brigand quests work, because beforehand they made it so that brigands would actually stop for a little bit of time in between moving, and that would allow the player to kind of catch up with them and then, you know, engage them in battle. And in my opinion, that was actually a pretty good pretty good thing, because otherwise you've got this situation once again which just exacerbates a huge amount of frustration, which I personally feel is annoying. You know, it's annoying. It just doesn't help anyone. Anyway, the headman tells you that most of the villagers can't afford the rest of the tax. They offer crops and other goods as payment in kind. Yeah, sure, I'm going to accept the... I'm going to accept that. Why not? And we're going to go back to Winterfell. He is not even here anymore, is he? No. Oh, no, I can hand over the revenue. Oh, fantastic. There we go. 2,300. We just literally... Are you serious? I just literally gained 15 skill points. I am exceptionally surprised about that. I am really, really surprised about that. Okay, well, there's 3 renown when a tournament is won, but as you know, I'm not going to be doing any other tournaments. Not for not for my choice, you know, because I personally would love to do some more tournaments because I think they're fun, as I said, but they are just annoying now. You know, they're just annoying with these AI that are just consistently block all the time. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. This is going to be us fighting against some poachers, and this gives me a really, really good opportunity to hit my my own troops' horses, because that's exactly what I want to do. Of course, you know, I don't want to use my thrown weapons against the opponent. Of course, I don't want to get my throwing skill leveled up. Yeah, of course I want to do that. But, you know, things happen. Alright, so we got a 2.4 renown for that, which is actually pretty good. Not too bad for such an easy battle, I guess you could say. And then we're just going to obviously gain some experience as well. We got a masterwork longbow there. We can obviously sell that. We're going to gain another 1,200 from this, which is also nice. And now what we have to do is we have to kind of try and figure out a way for us to complete this bandit quest. I'm actually not entirely sure how we're supposed to do that, because the hideout here, I don't think that counts. Alright, so I've literally come over here to purchase some horses, because I'm thinking that that's probably the only way we can really catch up to any of these people, because obviously the Robber Knights, they are mounted, right? It's probably unlikely that that's going to actually make any difference for us, but they're mounted, and as a result, it's probably going to be absolutely impossible for us to really do anything with them. Yeah, everyone seems to want brigands eliminated, which is... wait. Here we go. I can actually do this hideout right here. There we are. Let's hope that these... Oh, are you joking? Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait. We might be able to get something here. No, yeah, so basically what happened there, did you see? We didn't have the opportunity to go into the hideout before those groups left, and there's only 2 groups in there at the moment, and that's not going to get us the completion of the task. So what we're going to have to do is either wait until this is done, or, well, speak to this vassal. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak to this vassal, and I'm going to say, my sword is, we're not at war against anyone. Yes, so they're not at war against anyone, which is obviously annoying, because otherwise I would you know, like to become a mercenary. So I guess the best thing for me to do is literally just to go all the way down somewhere and actually join someone else. I don't really want to join anyone else, to be honest, but that seems to be my only recourse here, because if I don't do that, not entirely sure what we can do otherwise. So it's going to be a little bit of a problem. So let me actually just see here. Who is this? These are the Riverlands, of course, but I'm wondering whether I can come across any of their vassals. That might be nice. I only have 8 food supplies remaining, so I'm going to have to go to River Run or somewhere. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, hello. Are you at war against anyone? Let's have a look. We are not at war. Okay. That's actually kind of weird. I would have expected them to be at war against the Westerlands, but apparently they're not. By the way, it's around day 90. Maybe day 95 at this point. So I'm actually quite surprised that we haven't really seen any, you know, huge war happening yet. Oh, wow, look at this. We literally have a giant waiting in the wings right there, which I am actually very much wanting to do that. And you know what I used to do back in the day, right? When I used to play another mod by the name of, I believe it was it A World of Ice and Fire? Was it A World of Ice and Fire? I'm actually not entirely sure. But yes, or maybe it was Realm of Thrones. It might have been Realm of Thrones, actually. I don't know. It was a long time ago, but basically, I would call this guy Woon Woon, but that's actually not the case. His name is One. But yeah, anyway, let's actually speak to him. Alright, let's see. He's Are you serious? He's 28,000. He's 28,000. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get him. Yeah, I won't be able to get him. It would have been amazing. It would have been amazing if we could have gotten him, but yeah, unfortunate that is not the case. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make my way over to the area of the Westerlands. Maybe we can become a mercenary for them. Oh yeah, I didn't actually purchase any food because that was actually what I intended to do over there, but I can just purchase some food from here, which is obviously fine. And then we can hopefully find some people that will do this. I am indeed going to... Yeah, okay, the quest was timed out. Okay, that's fine. Relation decreased by 5. Yeah, well, I don't really mind. As I said before, it's just absolutely impossible for me to make any inroads there. Whoa, they've done... have I seen Joffrey before in this? I'm actually not entirely sure, but they've got a really good model for this guy right here. Anyway, let's actually have a look. We do not need hired swords because we are not at war. Are none of these factions actually at war against each other? Let me actually just see here real fast. Because if they're not at war, what am I supposed to do? Okay. They're at war with a brotherhood without banners. That's it. That is literally what they're at war against. Okay, so let me see. What about... I guess Essos is the place to go for mercenaries, right? That's probably going to be the only thing that we can really do. What about Pentos? Let's have a look at Pentos. Are they at war against anyone? No? They are not at war against anyone, as you can see. Okay. What about the Valentines? Or should I say Valantis? Okay. Yeah, they're at war against Dawn. Okay, so Dawn is actually at war against people. Okay. But Dawn is massive. Oh yeah, they're at war against almost everyone. So that's actually not too bad, but they're only at war against one major faction as far as I can tell. Yes, the rest are just basically random clans here and there. Okay, so what about the Targaryens? Let's actually have a look. They are not at war against anyone either. Okay, that is really strange. Anyway, I guess, you know what? I guess that's actually going to be it for this episode. My apologies. I actually wanted to do more in this one, but it seems like I'm going to need to do quite a little bit off screen. I'm going to check the Iron Islands as well, first of all, because that might actually make sense. No. Okay, there is no war going on here either. This is weird. This is actually really, really strange. Usually the North is always at war against the Westerlands, isn't it? At least that's what I've come to know. But yeah, anyway, I am going to end this episode off here. My apologies for the shorter episode. Ah, wait. We've got something going on here. Okay, no, this is actually not something that we need to worry about. A messenger approaches your party with a look of concern on his face. "My lord," he says, "I have news of great import. It is said that Stannis Baratheon has turned to a Red Priestess of R'hllor for aid in his bid for the Iron Throne. The rumors say that she wields great power and has convinced Stannis to resort to dark magic to defeat his own brother, Renly Baratheon. The messenger's words leave you with a sense of unease. You have to make a choice. Will you attempt to intervene and put a stop to Stannis' actions, or will you sit back and let the events unfold? The outcome of this conflict may have far-reaching consequences for the realm. Alright, so yeah, that means that I'm going to be staying here, and I'm going to attempt to see if I can actually do something to save Renly. I have no idea whether there is a way for me to do that. If you have any ideas, then by all means let me know. I might actually have to go to Storm's End. I think I might have to go to Storm's End to be able to do that. That's just my preliminary thinking right now. But if you know how to stop it, then by all means, you know, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.